Are we good to go? So, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for attending our webinar this week on how to build authority to your website with link building. I'm just going to go through a number of different slides today to talk about the subject matter. And if you've got any questions, please drop them in the chat. And Vic, who is helping me in the back end with the support, will drop any questions across to you as well. So just to give you a little bit of an intro to myself, my name is Matthew Fraser. I am the Digital PR and Outreach Manager here at Modo 25. I've worked in digital PR now coming up for nearly 10 years. And in that time, I've worked across a number of different agencies, across a wide range of B2B and B2C clients, helping them build links and boost their overall awareness via link building and digital PR tactics and strategies. And during my time here at Modo, I've been here for 2 years now. I helped the wider SEO team and all of our different clients with their strategies as well. Moving on to the next slide. When it clicks through. So just to give you a little bit of a background about Modo 25 and what we do here as an agency is that we are a digital marketing and in-housing agency, and our team of experts are here to help clients and businesses make as much money as they can from their websites. And we do this through a number of different specialisms, such as SEO, CRO, PPC, and as an agency, we also help people in-house as well, which I will talk about a little bit more in detail in a second. But just to give you a little bit more of a background around the agency, there is definitely a bigger picture here at Modo 25 behind the agency, and that is one of charity, and it underpins a lot of the work that we do. So as a business, we are raising money for a charity when it decides to load. It's an orphanage called One More Child in Uganda, and we raise money through them for a number of different charity events, profit sharing, and salary sacrifice all across the entire team. And as a whole team, we represent 280 children within that orphanage, and we ensure that they have access to education, food, and a support system around them so that they can be the best versions of themselves. And Modo 25, we are named after one of the children in the orphanage called Modo. And yeah, that really underpins a lot of the work that we do as an agency. And something that we're super proud of here at Modo 25 is that we are one of the best companies to work for in the UK. That is the whole team photo of us all there. And culture is a huge part of the agency. And again, it's reflected in securing these accreditations. We are one of the top 5 agencies for media and marketing. We are one of the top 10 businesses in the Yorkshire region and one of the top 25 best small companies to work for in the UK. So that is something that we are incredibly proud of here as a team. So then just to tell you a little bit of a backstory and some more information about the agency, we are very much a business of two halves. There is the Modo 25 agency side, which is the agency services, and we also support a lot of businesses in housing as well. So we can help recruit and train members of their team and do strategy and planning for them to help them take their digital marketing in-house longer term. And then we also have another element, which is our Ask Bosco platform, which is our SaaS AI platform. And we can just help report and predict how you are doing your marketing spending. So on to the next slide. So this kind of just covers all of the different agencies. Oh, when it decides to load, I'll go back. For some reason that is not working, but this is a slide that goes through and explains all of our different agency services and what we do and cover off. So then, yeah, let's go into the actual crux of the webinar today, which is how to build authority to your website via link building. The overall aim of our webinar today is to help you learn about different link building techniques, why it's important, and how it's really crucial to your long-term SEO success. I'm just going to go on to the next slide. So the first few sections are going to be around link building, explain the what, the why, and why it's important for you. So link building falls under one of the 3 SEO key pillars. So there is the technical SEO side, the on-site content side, and then the link building side, which is really important. And we often find that if businesses that really spend a lot of time and investment into their link building, they have higher numbers of quality backlinks. They rank, I'm just going to check my figures on that. So they have a 91% better chance of search results in Google. And on average, they have their top ranking pages have 3.8 more times chance of being recognized by Google if they have more backlinks pushing towards them. So it's something that's really important as part of your overall SEO strategy and fits in well with the technical SEO side and the on-site content as well. So what is a backlink? So what it says on the screen there, it's the process of acquiring backlinks from other websites to your own. These can come from a number of different sources, whether that is news sites, business directories, social media platforms, blogs, and you want to ensure as a business that you're getting a wide variety of different backlinks to your site. Why is link building so crucial for SEO? So backlinks are crucial for SEO because they are obviously a key part of the core SEO concept. Google's By getting links, it is seen as a vote of confidence from Google, and it's one of the top ranking ways to boost up your rankings for Google. So the more links you have from authoritative sites, the links to the pages, the higher your website ranks, and will help improve your SERPs as well. And recently this year, back in June, there was a leak from Google around what it takes to rank higher on Google. And they leaked the information that link building is still a key part of that and has a real huge importance. So it's something that's crucial for all businesses and websites to be doing. The next part is that it increases your overall domain ranking. So if you've got a high domain ranking, it's easier to rank for your competitive keywords, which again helps boost your overall Google rankings. Building links on third-party sites will help increase your overall organic traffic. If you're getting links on third-party sites and they are clicking and following into your site, that is naturally taking people to your site. And then if you've got good tech SEO and content SEO on site as well, that helps improve the overall journey for everyone. So you can help customers buy products or give them information that they need. And another element of why link building is crucial for SEO is that it boosts your trust and overall credibility. If you're able to be getting regular links on different sites, then you are going to be seen, one, by Google as a trustworthy and credible business, and also for potential customers or people finding out more about you. If they see that you've got a link on The Guardian or the Daily Mail or on a business directory, they'll see you as more trustworthy and credible, and that will just really help you overall. The next few slides are going to be around different types of links and the benefits. So what links do you want and why? So there are two types of links that we see mainly from different brands and from different sites. There are, number one, the do follow links. These are seen as the more powerful links to be getting because they pass something called link equity to your website. So it's picked up by Google, and these are seen as more valuable and have the most impact on your SERPs and Google rankings. So for all of our clients, we will always aim to be getting do follow links. The other side is the no follow links, which do have less impact in terms of the link equity and the impact on your Google rankings, but they will still pass a certain level of authority because they will drive referral traffic and build your overall brand awareness. So even though if you get a no follow link, it doesn't have as much clout as you would like it to, it still does have a positive impact on your business. And that's something that you want to be focused on. So what makes a good high quality backlink? So these are the different things that you'd want to be achieving through your backlinks. So relevance, you want your website to link to a website that is relevant to your niche or your industry that you're working in. If you sell shoes, for example, and you get a link on a men's fashion website, that is relevant for you because your audience is there. A strong anchor text is something that's also important as well. A strong anchor text should include target keywords or phrases, and that's something that you want to be having to help with your SERPs and how you track with Google. Authority is important. Links from websites that have a high domain authority, so a respected news outlet or an industry blog. So if you're a retailer, an online retailer that has opened physical stores, and you got a link announcing these physical stores on Retail Week, that is an authoritative site for you. And if you got a link there, that would be really fantastic for you in terms of what is a high quality backlink. The next side is traffic. So you want a link from a high traffic website that is going to drive traffic to your website. So the more high quality links we're getting on high traffic websites, the more beneficial it's going to be for you. Natural placement is the next part as well. So you want to ensure that your links are being naturally put into content online and not being forced or stuffed with keywords, because that could have a negative impact on you. So you want it to be a natural and relevant placement. And then the next one is related content. You want to make sure that the backlink that you're being referenced in is in a blog piece or a content piece that is related content to you as a brand. That again kind of ties in very well with the relevancy. But you just want to make sure that that is where you're getting your links from. Something that we use as an agency is that we have a link building hierarchy. So when we're working with different clients, we will showcase to them a media list or a database of contacts where we would rate where they are on our link building hierarchy as well. So as you can see, we look at different things such as authority, relevance, and traffic. As you could expect, your top tier national publications, again, like I said, the BBCs, the Daily Mails, the Guardians, they're where we would love to be getting our clients because they have really high authority, they're very relevant, and they have a lot of traffic as well. And then as you go further down the pyramid, industry publications are a key one for this. If you said, like our example we used previously, if you were a retail client and you got coverage in Retail Week, that is where you want to be seen. Working on existing partnerships that you have with clients as well are really good things to have. If you have stock products from a certain brand and that brand backlinks to you as well, it again just gives you that authority that you need. And then towards the end of the link building hierarchy, they are bloggers and social media influencers. We'd want to ensure that we're targeting those for you, but ensuring that they are in the same niche or sector that you're operating in as well, and that they will be able to provide relevant content for you. So how do you find the links? What links should you be sourcing? So it's not just about securing any links. You need to be getting links on high authority sites, but what makes a high authority site? Something that we would look at is we would measure against domain rankings, using Ahrefs to show the strength of a website's backlink profile, domain authority, which is something that's measured by Moz, and that's a score that predicts how well a website will rank in search engines, and then page authority. So this focuses on the strength of a specific page rather than an entire domain. So you want to make sure that if you're on a section of a website, you're in the right pages that you need to be on. And then I've just put in a little example there of the BBC because they are seen as one of the most in-demand links for people to get and incredibly difficult to get a hold of. So how do we source these as a agency to make sure that we're getting you the links that we need? Something that we conduct for all of our clients is a competitor backlink analysis. We use tools like Ahrefs and Moz and SEMrush to do these for us. We will analyze a brand's different competitors and then look from that information that is given to us by these platforms of where your competitors are getting links but you aren't, and then off the back of that we can use that information when we're pulling our strategy together and our media lists and our databases of contacts to say we need to be reaching out to these X number of sites because we want to get you links on them because your competitors are linking on them. And then if we look at example and look at, say it's a blog post or a blogger site, we will look at what content we can develop for you to get you on that site, and that's where we work hand in hand. The next part is doing regular broken backlink audits. So again, we will use Ahrefs or SEMrush for this, and we will identify what broken backlinks you have as a brand and work with your team or do it on your behalf to get them repaired. And then something that we can also do is look at your competitors' broken backlinks as well, and then reach out. And if we see there's a blog which references one of your competitors and it has a broken backlink in, we can outreach to that site and just say, hey, we've spotted you've got this and it's a broken backlink. Would you be interested in this information from us instead? And it's just a way that we can target them in an easy way. And then the next part is guest blogging. So we will look for authoritative websites in niche categories or sectors that you're working in and websites that focus on industry news. And we will just pitch different ways in which we can provide information for them, whether that's professional insights, comments, how-to guides, topical press mailers, and look for different ways that they can get guest contributions from our brands that we're working with in exchange for a backlink and some coverage. And then the final section of how to source high authority websites is looking for related and relevant directories and resource pages. So for example, for Model 25 as an agency, we might look for a list of the top digital PR marketing agencies in the UK. And we would outreach to those sites and pitch our content and ourselves as a brand to get listed like that. So building quality backlinks. So how do you actually build quality backlinks? So our approach as an agency is that we have it fall into four different columns. So we focus on the tactical side, where we look at broken link audits, which we already previously discussed. We also look at something called brand mention audits, and we do some outreaches for them. So what that includes us doing, we also have another platform we use called Agility PR Solutions. So we will look for any brand mentions for our clients in the past 6 months, a year. And if they have been mentioned in an article online and it doesn't include a link, we will outreach and ask for a link to be included in. That again helps build up your backlink profile. And then, as we've already previously discussed on the previous slides, looking for partnership links and directory listings. And those are just ways that we'll always do it from a tactical perspective, as in that is always on. The next element that we would focus on is influencers. So we would develop and manage an influencer strategy to make sure that we're securing links across a range of different social media channels, whether that's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and ensuring that we're targeting influencers that are relevant to your audience and the niche that you're operating in. The next side is digital PR. So we would look at creating press mailers, anything that's topical. We have one client coming up that is going to be doing something around Halloween. We do creative campaigns for clients. These take a little bit more work and involvement, but they can involve FOI data, surveys, creating infographics, video content, quizzes, anything that's going to create linkable content that will sit on your site, which we will then ask third-party sites to link to because it's of interest for their readers. And then something else that we work very well with our content SEO team is repurposing great content that our clients have on their blogs and packaging that up in a press mailer opportunity way. So we can do that and then pitch it into different media publications, titles. And then again, it's just another way for us to try and get an additional link for you. And then the final element is a press office. So we run an active press office for all of our clients, sourcing media opportunities, whether that's newsjacking, media comments, product placements. We're getting a lot coming through in the next coming weeks around Black Friday. So any of our clients that are participating in Black Friday deals, we will be pitching them in for every opportunity that we can find them for that is relevant for them, that will help secure them a link. Nice. So our top tips for link building. I'm just going to have a little bit of a drink. So yeah, some of our top tips for building links as an agency is one of the top things is to be always pitching content, whether that is a press mailer, a creative campaign, or repurpose content. You want to make sure that when you're pitching out content, there's always something of interest for journalists, websites, blogs, influencers. Another key tip for us is personalized outreach. It can be quite easy sometimes just to mail merge or send out an emailer or a press release or for content to hundreds of people and not really make it personable. What you want to really do to get really high quality links on those high domain authority sites, which are really going to have a positive impact for you, is really personalize that outreach and look at what they've covered previously and explain to them why the content you're providing with them is of interest, why it's a benefit to them, and really sell your client and yourself of what it is you're doing, and doing that through personalized outreach. Something we touched upon on the previous side was linkable assets. When you're sending content to a news site, for example, the reason you want them to link is because you've got something that's worth linking to. So if you've got a press release, you want to make sure that whatever it's linking to on site, whether it's a blog post or a product, is going to add value to that piece already. So they're going to want to do it. We're finding now that a lot of sites are getting more savvier around just adding links in. So you really need to give them linkable assets that are going to make it a good thing worth doing. Two that fall under quite similar the same category is relationship building and persistence. I sometimes often say to my clients that it is like banging your head against a wall, just trying to make a mark. You've got to really be constantly looking for opportunities, looking for different journalists, building those relationships in key sectors that you're working in, and having that persistence to understand that sometimes if you've got a fantastic news story and it's just not going to hit that time, but keep trying with them, rework it, look for something else, look for different angles, ask for the journalist what it is that you can offer them that's different, in the aims of getting them to cover your story and include a link. And then the last, but definitely not least point is making sure that it is newsworthy. You want to ensure that as a digital PR and a link building specialist, that the content you're providing to that site is newsworthy and it's something that they're going to want to be covering. And that is just key for everything. So part of our role as an agency to do is to make sure that we're well aware of what is happening on the news agenda, to make sure, if we are aware that you've done a survey last year and you've got some really good data on a story that's relevant now, is that we can package that up and put it out in a different way. And it's just always keeping on top of that in terms of the news agenda and what's being discussed in the media and online. What is important to avoid when link building? So obviously these are quite important as well because they can have a really big impact on the work that you do. So our first one is the black hat techniques. So this used to be something that happened quite historically, but it doesn't happen as much anymore. But paying for links, being added onto blogger networks, any way that you could try and inflate the number of links that you have. This is something that we would not want any of our clients to do and that we would avoid to do when link building. This can have a really negative impact and can have heavy penalties by Google, which is something that we wouldn't want for any of our clients. Something else to avoid is over optimizing anchor text. If you're putting in too many, sorry, if you're putting in too many anchor text words or exact matches, anything that's going to be seen as spammy or may appear unnatural to Google, that can really have a negative impact on you. So focusing on quality over quantity, something that this really happens for clients a lot is they would rather get a huge number of links, whereas any good agency worth their salt will be recommending to you, we would rather get you really strong, high domain ranking, authoritative links for you. We'd rather get you a handful of them. We'd rather get you 5 of them rather than 50 of low quality links that are just not going to have the bigger impacts that you need. Content quality, so not providing content that is high enough quality for publications. You want to make sure that your content is of a high enough quality so it encourages pickup and engagement. A lack of diversity in your link profile. So if you're just focusing on either one niche or one range of publications, you're really not going to give yourselves a wide backlink profile, which you want to be doing, which is why with our clients, we focus on the hierarchy as well. So we will try and cover a range of different sites within that hierarchy to give you that diversity. But when you're doing link building, you really want to avoid just focusing in on one area. And then the final point is relevancy. If you're not targeting relevant sites or sending content that isn't relevant for the websites, that's just not going to be really good for your link building outreach and something that you really want to avoid. So just to talk through some of the key different tools that we use as an agency that are important for our clients and that anyone that's doing link building should be looking at and taking seriously. So Ahrefs is one of the biggest ones that we use as an agency. It helps backlink tracking, competitor analysis. It pulls through the broken links for us. You can run a number of different audits and you can really track where your links are being secured. The next one is SEMrush. This again is quite similar to Ahrefs in some of the areas that it covers. It does backlink analysis, backlink audits, and does offer link building toolkits as well. So SEMrush is one that we really use a lot as an agency. Moz is another one that we use. It looks at domain authority scoring, link profile comparisons, and really helps with link tracking as well. It's a key tool that we use as a business. And last but not least is Google Search Console. This allows us to track our links to a client's websites and reports on the page being indexed by Google, and we can monitor which pages are receiving the most external links. So if it's a blog post on a client's site, we can ensure that if that blog post is getting a lot of backlinks and a lot of traction, we're doing something with that because it's clearly gotten a little bit of interest from people. So something else that we always try to work with on our clients is what would success look like? So if you're link building for your business, you want to be seeing an overall increase in links from where you are at to where you want to be in 3-6 months time. It can take a little bit of time to get set up building links and like I say, it's that persistency and pushing forward and always keep it as an always on tactic that's going on for your business. So if you're doing that, you will slowly over time want to see an increase in links. an overall increase in traffic to your site, the improvements in domain ranking or domain authority. And for some of your keywords, you would want to see SERPs improvements of where you're ranking on Google as well. And those are just some of the metrics for success. There is certain other ones that we help clients do as well. But these are the 4 that we'd always recommend working on to begin with. So overall today, here are some of our key takeaways. So the first one is that links are important for SEO, as explained in the data breach that happened with Google at the start of the year. Links are still a huge importance for Google and rankings, so it's something that should be a focus for all SEO teams alongside their tech and content. You want to be sourcing high authority links and websites to secure those links on. You want to be making sure that you are being featured on relevant sites for your clients with relevant content. And our third key takeaway coming from this is that it's about quality over quantity for your link building strategy. If you're working with an agency and they are promising you the moon on a stick in terms of link building, I'd always be a little bit cautious around that, because you want to make sure that the links they're getting you are quality links and not just hundreds and hundreds of spammy links that don't really have any benefit to your overall SEO strategy. Something that we're offering for anyone today who would be interested, we are offering free link audits. So if you would just be interested, email team@modo25.com and we will be connected, and I can help conduct a link audit and help discuss a proposal or a strategy for you to really help improve your link building. And we can also bring in the overall SEO team to discuss what you can do from a tech and content side as well. And any questions? I may have to stop sharing my screen to view the questions, which we can do. So I'm just going to pop into the chat and go into the questions. So what are the key benefits for link building for improving SEO rankings? So as we've already discussed, Google recognize links as a huge importance for them in their rankings on site, in their SERPs and in their key terms. So you want to be ensuring that it's something that you're doing, and as we discussed, getting links on high domain authority sites that are really going to have a benefit for you. And that is the benefit in terms of your overall SEO rankings. And it works really well, as we discussed. We can repurpose content that you have inside from content SEO, for example, or if there's text sites going on, it can all work well together. We have another question around how do outreach techniques vary depending on industries or niches? So this is something we do as an agency. So for example, we've got a client that work in the business waste sector. So we would initially, when we started working with them, we outreach to a number of key publications in their sector. We would have conversations with them and ask them, what content are they interested in? What are they working on? And we would then build that strategy and form our strategy around that. And that really happens with how we do it. The technique depends on the client and the sector they're working in. So as an agency, we have the knowledge and the understanding of how best to approach that. And we make sure that we're doing something that's going to be beneficial for our clients. And one of the final questions is, are there any link building strategies that are considered outdated or harmful in 2024? I think buying spammy links is something that is incredibly outdated. It's something that used to happen in the industry quite regularly, and it doesn't happen as much now, and it shouldn't be happening as much at all. So if you ever get an agency that, again, as we discussed, that can offer you the moon on a stick in terms of the number of links, I would be very cautious with that, because they are probably using link mills or something that is spammy, where links are just being paid for and put onto sites that are definitely not going to have the SEO benefit that you want for your site, and can also appear spammy to Google, which could also mean that you are penalized for that as well, which is something that you would want to avoid at all costs. And I'm very conscious of time now. We are almost at the 2:30 mark. So thank you very much for anyone that has tuned in today. I hope it has been something of interest. And if you have any questions, please feel free to get in touch with the team, and we will be more than happy to help. And yeah, thank you very much for your time today. Enjoy the rest of your day.